Hello guys, this is Pokemon Legend Tips with another tutorial, and today of course we're gonna be looking at one of the most important Pokemons in this game, which is Arceus. Okay, before we move into the real deal, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. If you have any questions you can ask us in the comments, or even better, join us in Facebook. The link is in the description below. So, as I said, we're gonna be looking at Arceus, which is without a doubt the most important Pokemon in this game, and for many reasons. So, what we are trying to do now is start a new series where we are trying to build the most important Pokemons of the game, so you basically know how and what to do when you get those. So first of all, let's just mention that it's really easy to get Arceus. You can just you should not waste any uni shards on him, universal shards. You should actually wait for his exclusive. And to get his exclusive, you can basically just get it from arena, where you, depending on your ranking, you get shards. So for example, the first guy gets 10 shards, second guy gets 6, and whatever. And the lower you go, you can get 1 shard, of course, later on. I mean, the higher you go, the better. So yeah, so that's that. So Arceus, you should not waste a lot of shards, universal shards on him. Wait until you get his exclusive. And it's a Pokemon that has a lot of plates, which means he changes type once you change his plate. I hope you know this. Of course, we're gonna just start with the basics, then we will move to the build. So yeah, each plate give a certain effect to his skills, so you can see that the skills will change according to the plate as well, the fury and so on. Perish Song always stays normal, which means against a ghost Pokemon, Arceus will literally be useless using his Perish Song. He will just be using the other skills to do some sort of damage. So the ability as well, sometimes it changes, sometimes it does not. So the plates are still a little bit of a mystery, and we are still going to investigate it more and do a video on that. So right now let's move to the build, which is a little bit important. So for the build, of course we've talked about Arceus, his a damager, and you really need him to do a lot of damage. So what you're trying to go for is something like this. So you can see right now that this is I wouldn't say it's a perfect build, but I would say it's pretty good one. So trying to increase his special defense, special attack, the damage taken by special attack by 12%, so you would decrease that by 12%. So if he gets attacked by someone, then using special attack, that will decrease by 12%. So this is, I wouldn't say this is something critical, but it's good to have it on. What is critical is definitely absorb. So absorb is something you definitely should have on Arceus. Healing, which is synthesis, power of life, force of life, swift as the wind, of course, something really important for Arceus, and I would actually say it's really important for any Pokemon to have swift as the wind. This is as well elemental power, which will increase his own special attack by 30%. This is really important, since the more attack you increase, the better his Perish Song is. And crit, I would say this is really important as well for Arceus. It's a huge damager, so the more you increase his crit, the better. I would say this is a if you can, of course, some people would say I would like to put, instead of this, I would like to put Guardian Spirit. That's a good idea. I mean, you could put Guardian Spirit instead of that if you want. That's not, I mean, bad. For me, it doesn't really matter. Since I'm kind of using him in a team where with Celebi, so Celebi provide Guardian Spirit. Guardian Spirit is this, guys. You see it here. You can remove the crystal body here and put that. So some other people might have another build for him, which include focus energy, which will increase his rage for him to be able to do damage using his fury, which is really high, and high as well, which give him a 50% rage from the start. But I would not give this Arceus for the main reason that uh, Arceus is basically known for his Perish Song, which you can see he will do huge damage if it can stack. So, of course, his skill, his Fury has some nice, depending on the plate, of course, it has some nice, I would say, skill effect and has a good skill power. But again, a per song with those stacking are really, really, really good. So if you, for example, give me a choice between choosing to do a lot of per songs or to do a lot of fury, I would definitely choose a lot of per song, since it does provide more damage at the end of the day than to actually do the fury, especially if you are using him on Modest and Dragon Whisper as well. So that's just after a while. I have him right now on 100k special attack, but after a while he reaches 190, almost 200k in like 3-4 rounds. So that's pretty much it. So the build that we just talked about is this. Of course, if you want to change something, I would definitely recommend not to touch the healing stuff, which means the force of light. Do not touch that. The healing 5-4. Do not touch that. Since the synthesis is really good for a Pokemon, since he can recover uh, almost all his health. I would say all his health in just one round using his second skill. Absorb is really something important. You can see that I already locked it here. Fury and Elemental Power, which is something really important for him. Then you have one spot left where you can change it depending on your requirement. You can put Guardian Spirit if your Arceus is still weak. You can, of course, put something else if you feel like it. If you're having a lot of P attackers out there in your server, then you might change this to P attack 1. So yeah, for the personality, let's discuss that now. A lot of people, there is a big debate: is Modest good? Is Timid good? Timid gives plus 10% speed. Modest give plus 10% special attack. I would say definitely Modest. I'm rooting for Modest all day, all week, all year. If you put two Arceus, one with 10% speed and one with 10% special attack, the one with 10% and with on equal power, then 10% attack will definitely win 5 times out of 5. So why? Because basically this 10%, if you think about it, the attack one, it gets multiplied by a lot. By like the first one, it gets multiplied by 150, then 100%. So it gets doubled, then tripled by the end of the day. So that's a lot of attack that are right there. So especially in player versus player. So player versus player, when you meet some strong people that you are trying to beat, and you need your Arceus not to do a lot of turns, but to provide a lot of damage in as fewer turns as possible, and that is only done by Modest. So in Timid, I might say that Timid might be good for World Boss or Monster Riot, but World Boss and Monster Riot, even Modest will do as fine. I mean, literally, Modest will do as fine as Timid, but yeah, Timid won't do as fine as Modest in player versus player. So that's that. For the second ability, first ability, if you have him on any other, I mean, if you have a Modest and you have a good speed, then definitely Dragon Whisper. But if you have him on, I mean, your speed is not that good, then use Speed Boost 3. But if you have him on Timid, definitely do Dragon Whisper. You have no luck in there, so just do Dragon Whisper. For the second ability, a lot of people are asking again. So they're asking about adaptability. Adaptability only change Arceus Fury. So it will give him 20% boost in his Fury or his second skill. So that which he doesn't use a lot. So he used Perish Song. So that's not boosted. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense to give him this ability that's only going to be used in his Fury and not in his main thing where he is basically stacking all that forts skill. So the one I actually like is Quick Feet, since this one will enable him to increase his speed by 20% for 3 rounds every time he is debuffed. That's super awesome, especially for World Boss and Must Riot. That's really awesome. So yeah, so this is my recommendation on that. For people that's gonna ask about the breakthroughs, this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, increase his special attack a lot if you can. Speed as well. You can see the special attack value here is like, I try to increase it as much as possible. So Arceus is really important in this game. So just try to, if you are in doubt which Pokemon to pour your resources in, pour it in Arceus. You won't regret it. Take that from me, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be using him in server gyms a lot. So whatever server gym there is, you just like put Arceus there, and he can already reach level 40. You can see here, I think I don't even know which uh, gym is this. This is fighting. So yeah, he has a lot of plates. He has fighting plates. He has water plates. He has grass plates. He has no, not yet steel plate. Not yet. Dark plate will come in the next update. Dragon plate. I don't. Not yet. Psychic, it will come, but not yet. Rock, there is a rock plate right now. I think. Oh, this has changed. Oh yeah, this has changed today. So that's why I wonder where was the bug the bug plate. So yeah, so there is a lot of Arceus has a lot of plates. So if you put a lot of resources on him, I can guarantee that you will have your Z rings maxed in like 4 months after you get your Arceus. Especially that he can give you, if you just put him here, he can reach 40 wave if he's above, I would say 1.5 million alone. He can reach 40 wave easily. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Arceus. I think we covered pretty much everything on him. For his bonding, since a lot of people gonna ask, there's one Slackout for HP, Lugia, which is really nice, that gives a lot of speed, so you should get that. Uh, of course, Mew, this is fusion, so you try to increase his fusion as much as possible, of course. And at the end of the day, there is Mewtwo, which is a sport Pokemon, so you should increase that as well. So I think this has been it. If you have any questions, you can ask us in the comments, or even better, join us on Facebook, and we will meet in another Pokemon review soon. Cheers.